Hi everybody, welcome to Friendship Shaving. Thank you for taking the time to join me today for a shave with a feather AS-D2 razor. I have one here in my hand. It has been kindly loaned to me by Kevy Parr from the channel Kevy Shaves. Thank you very much, Kevy. I have a feather razor blade in the razor. I'm going to be shaving with my Don Jose shaving soap, coconut and banana by Abata Ilamantia, and the shaving brush I'm using today I won. It's a hand whittled shaving brush. It was made by Graham Fraser. Lovely knot in it. And I'm going to put that straight on my face. Now, I'm not going to spend, I'm face lathering today, but I'm not going to spend too long doing it. I had my 4th COVID inoculation yesterday and it has knocked me for 6 somewhat. So we'll just have a very nice easy shave. It's what I need. I've picked this soap just because I really love the scent of it, and it's got a little bit of menthol in it, which will be very nice indeed. Now in 2012, Feather brought out the AS-D1, the all steel first design, and they also brought out the WS-D1, which had a longer wooden handle, a hardwood handle, but it was longer to balance the razor head. The main complaint about this razor from a lot of people was that it was just too mild, but strangely, a lot of people absolutely loved the AS-D1. If you have a look on the community page on the YouTube site, you can see a little survey that I've done for people that have used both the AS-D1 and the AS-D2, asking which they thought was best. That's something you can look up. So this feather razor throughout its history has sort of seemed to divide people's opinion. Some people just couldn't get a good shave with the AS-D1, and some people thought it was brilliant. In 2014 they brought out the AS-D2. They definitely made some visual changes to the razor's head. You know, there is fluting here and 3 holes instead of 2, and they changed the blade gap very slightly, and perhaps the angle of the blade. It's very difficult to get information like that from Feather. And yet, despite those changes, to me this remains a very mild razor indeed. And even with those changes, there are people that think the AS-D2 is a fantastic razor, and people that just can't get a close enough shave with it. So there is a real variety of opinions with this razor. Now I've been trying it in the week, and I've tried it with a feather blade. This is a third use on this blade. I've tried it with an Astra blade. Honestly, I couldn't tell the difference between the two of them, but it is made for a feather blade. It has the idea of that sort of mild razor coupled with a very sharp blade. There's next to no blade feel on this. It's very nice to hold in the hand, and it is, I think, a very stylish razor that is very loosely styled on an old Gillette Tech, but this is made by machine injection moulding. So it's not a CNC machined razor. There are no marks on it anywhere like that. It's a very attractive, nice razor. Very comfortable to use on that first pass there. Beautiful. But how does it shave by the end of the third pass? That is the question. Oi. I know a lot of people that find this too mild. Use a little shim just to make it a little more aggressive. But I'm doing my usual shave with this. It retails here in the UK for about £200. That depends on whether you buy the razor on its own or the razor with the stand. The price for the razor on its own is understandably a little less. So sort of 160, 170, that sort of price. I must admit with this razor that I'm having a tendency to over shave with it. So I don't get any cuts or anything like that with this razor. But the irritation I'm getting comes because I'm over shaving with it and going over the same skin again and again. So from that you'll figure out that it is a little mild for me. The angle on this seems to be a 45-degree angle rather than the usual 30-degree. Perhaps you can see if that's about a 30-degree there. 45 just sort of sits the head in position a little better. Now, if I go with the grain like that, that feels really quite nice. Just 2 passes with the grain, very nice. Of course, if I go against the grain, then obviously there is hair there. But, you know, going with the grain like that with a good soap, it's a very comfortable razor. I think it would really suit you if you like a mild razor. Or perhaps if you are a younger guy or you know of a younger guy that is just starting to shave and perhaps has lighter hair, maybe this would be a very nice razor, but perhaps a little expensive for a first razor, but who knows. So we'll go against the grain now. I really like this brush, very nice in the hand. There we are, right. So against the grain. And this is where I find that I lose that angle. And there's such a small blade gap, or there appears to be. There we are, I've done quite well there. It's strange because if you overshave with it, obviously you are dragging a feather blade across your skin. So if you overshave with it, it can feel in the post shave like a more effective or aggressive razor than it actually is during the shave. It's this sort of area that, I mean, I can go against the grain, no problem. I know a lot of you guys really like this razor. And I'd just like to say thank you for John for getting in touch. He likes his razor, his AS-D2 immensely. And I guess it just boils down to whether you suit a really mild razor or not. It is very well made. It's a lovely looking razor. I just wish they would do one that's a little more effective for me. That is the paradox of this feather razor. Many of you will get a BBS shave with it, and many of you won't quite, and that's where I'm at. I'm not quite there. Very nice on the cheeks. I've missed parts here, and I've definitely missed parts on my neck. And it's just, they're not much, you know, but it's that, if you chase a BBS, that's when I get into trouble. Ah. Whew, boy, what a day. So there we are, that's the AS-D2 from Feather. Now I should say, third use on that blade, that is the nicest shave that I've got with it. That is the most effective shave that I've got so far. So I would say, perhaps it's one of those razors that takes a bit of time just to really dial it in, and I'd like to know your opinion on that. I've only shaved with this four times now, so it's an interesting razor, but very nice. I do like the look of it. I like the look of it very much. Now I'm just going to use, it's very late in the evening here. I have got some Don Jose aftershave, but honestly, I'll be taking some codeine and going to bed soon. So I'm just going to put on a little bit of Nivea Sensitive, what's it called? Not Nivea, L'Oreal, the French one, L'Oreal Men Expert. A very nice product indeed. Yeah, under here, definitely. It just misses for me. There we are, that's my show. Very interesting. And I'd just like to thank Kevy again. Thank you very much, sir, for lending me your razors. I've enjoyed playing with the Feather AS-D2. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Take good care of yourselves. All the very best now. Bye-bye.